Hello and welcome to Open Boosters. All right, we're going to have a little fun today. Somebody asked, how do you use Suchi in old school Magic? All right, well, you know, Suchi was actually a really cool card. But what he is just a 4/4 creature for 4, which is awesome because, you know, for 4 mana you usually get Hill Giant or Trampling War Mammoth or that kind of thing. But Suchi is 4/4. If Suchi goes to the graveyard, its controller gains 4 colorless mana. Yay! But what happens when you get Mana Burn? Well, you have to bleed it off because Mana Burn doesn't exist anymore. But in the old days, you could bleed it off with like Dragon Engine, or you can start making Mishra's Factories, turn them into 2/2 creatures. So if somebody gets it off the board and you weren't ready to use that mana, you can easily handle Mana Burn easily and put it into places where they can go. It was just that simple. So let's go over Suchi, and since we've covered how you handle the Mana Burn. You have to handle it. It's not a big deal. But anyways, what was really great about Suchi is that you could go get another Suchi. Transmute Artifact. So what Transmute Artifact does is just basically you sack one of these and then you can actually go search through your deck and put another artifact in play. And if you wanted to do that, you can sack this, you gain 4 mana, plus you can put that in your graveyard. I mean, you go and search your library for another Suchi, put that Suchi in play, reconstruct the Suchi that you have. Since you have 4 mana, you can put another Suchi into play, you know. And so that's pretty cool. Right, because now you got 4 Sushis. So it was kind of interesting, you know, because you had the 4 extra mana, you can just put it out there. You know, I always liked Transmute Artifact. There's another thing you can do with Suchi, with Transmute Artifact, and that is just go and destroy your Suchi, go get your Black Vice, throw it into play, use that extra mana, and whatever other mana you have, and Brain Geyser your opponent. And then you could win the game that way. It's very simple because you're going to get the 4 mana. You probably have already 2 islands on the board since you actually cast Suchi. You can go and get your artifact, the Black Vice, you know, so you don't even have to cast it. So you still have the 4 plus this. It's going to hit them for damage upon their turn. And so that's also another effective way to use it. Suchi. You're so much fun. You can always just do this. If you need extra mana, you can sacrifice it and get 2 extra, so now you can have 6. Yay, 6. Alright, and then you can just go ahead and animate him again. Boop, he's back onto the board, and sacrifice it again. Yay, and now you've got 12 mana. And then you can fireball your opponent. Woot! And win the game. It's just that simple. So if you're playing blue, black, red, you're good, right? Because you can add the colorless mana to your mana pool and do that. All right, let me one more thing. Because there's one card in Antiquities that I loved, and it always worked well with Suchi. And I think it's a very undervalued card, or not very used very much, and that's this one, the Priest of Yagath. Tap to add an amount of black mana equal to target artifact's casting cost to your mana pool. This effect is played as an interrupt. Target artifact, which must belong to you, is discarded. So basically, you're just sacrificing the Suchi. Okay? Boop! You gain 4 black mana, plus the mana from Suchi, and that's 8 mana right there. Right? It's better than this. And you got 4 black and 4 colorless, and there's many things you can do with that. It's just great. I mean, he's tapped. You can't use him in the same instance like this one. So the poly goes away, you know, because you can do 0, sacrifice 1 creature, add 2 to colorless to the mana pool, you know. But, you know, it's not poly. So if you got 2 of these out there, then you could do it twice, I guess. But, you know, 8 mana right there. It's really, really good. And then you can cast a bunch of different things. I mean, there's tons of stuff you can cast at that point. And you don't even need to make a list. But I like Priest of Yagath. He works well with Tetris as well. You can just, after you've moved all the bugs off of him, and then you sacrifice him and you get 6 more black mana. I mean, it's just cool. Ah, so fun. But I like Priest of Yawgmoth as well as the Suchi. They go well together. But Priest of Yawgmoth works with any creature, so it's just fun. But yeah, searching your library for any artifact that you in particular want to put out into play. If you want to go get enough mana to put a Colossus out, you can. Putting 4 Suchis in a deck is never a bad thing. Never, ever. You know, you can Brain Geyser them, you can Fireball, you can protect yourself from mana burn if you're playing with mana burn rules. Then you can animate them and bring them back out onto the board. You know, everybody knows what extra mana can do. You can reconstruct it, you can animate dead it. It's a nice card. It's a nice overwhelming card. So I think, you know, that gives you a basic broad definition of what you can do with Suchi, because Suchi is just fantastic. Anything that gives you mana like that is fantastic. All right, well, hope you enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit short. Not very many really awesome combos in 1993-94 Max with Suchi. There's some more in the modern-ish days that you can use with Suchi, but that gives you an idea of what we used to use them for. And all right, hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe, make a comment, and I'll talk to you again real soon. All right, and we're back just for a few seconds. I noticed that I talked about the Tetris with Priest of Yawgmoth, and I just wanted to just briefly go over that because when I was doing it, I didn't even have the card, and I just kind of mentioned it. Well, what you do is during your upkeep, you get to move all the counters off, right? Because he comes in as a 4/4, he gets a 3+3 counters on it, and then you move all the bugs off of Tetris, and then you sacrifice him to the Priest of Yawgmoth, and then you have 6 black mana. You can also do it with Trinkelsted Monster as well. I don't really know how to pronounce that. I've always said that. I think it's Leon or whatever. Doesn't matter. I call it the Trinkelsted. It's fine. But after you use his counters to do 1 point of damage, then you sack it and you get 6 mana. Or you can use the Transmute artifact as well to go get another one. And then you can animate it, bring it back to the board, and do it all over again. So there you go. Priest of Yawgmoth. Yes! Behold the power. But yeah, I didn't have the cards on the table. I just started, you know, just make a video, just start talking, and then, you know, you say stuff and then you don't show it. All right. So I'm just going to put this at the end and hopefully you're still here. All right. So hit the like button, subscribe, make a comment. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice day, everyone.